Someone is missing you. This person is wondering where you are and what you are doing. So this is somebody that you are not currently in contact with. And this is somebody who you haven't seen for quite some time, is what I'm being told. Now, at first, this person was fine without you, but I do see that like things are changing for them. It's like they're slowly, little by little, realizing that you're gone. Like your presence is no longer in their life. And I'm also being told that this person is currently reevaluating the way that they did things with you in this connection. However short it was, because it doesn't feel like something that was too long. It feels like it could be anywhere from 3 months to 1.5 years. But with the King of Wands, this person, and King of Swords, where they were disconnected from their emotions, they are now being connected to their emotions. You were a wake-up call for this person, okay? Death and transformation, you were a wake-up call for this person, and now it feels like they cannot escape you. The reason why you are thinking of this person is because they are thinking about you, and this is putting that thought, because you share this energetic connection, they are sending that thought to your mind, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you'll be like, oh my God, I really miss this person. No, you don't. That person is missing you, and you are picking up on their thoughts because you are literally a conduit for energy. You as Divine Feminine are literally the source to the spiritual world. So if they are thinking something, if they are feeling something, you are going to think and feel that. You as Divine Feminine do not need this person. You do not need anyone. You do not need anything. You are literally everything there is. And so the moment that you start to feel like you need or want, or it's like, why am I feeling this? Why am I thinking? Because they are. Because your person is. Okay, so we do have Strength, we do have the Hermit card, and you're going to be able to realize this over time. The more time you spend with yourself, the more you are going to realize, oh, like, it was never me. It was never my energy. The Knight of Pentacles, this is a physical offer. So this person could be considering coming forward to you with a physical offer. Maybe all of that thinking, all of that time of self-reflection, or even like the beginning of their self-reflection has them thinking, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I can't lose this person. And the Page of Swords and the Six of Wands I'm going to pull out because it showed up once before. So this feels like a new cycle is beginning for you. Let it be a new cycle. Please don't repeat old lessons that you've already learned. You don't need to do that. Like, let's be proactive. Let's be proactive about this new chance, this new beginning that's coming in love. If you really desire this person to be your person, let them show you that they are your person. Because that desire that you feel, that want, that need to be with this person is actually what they feel for you. Let them have that. Be in your own energy, be in your own world. Tune into the vibration, the belief, the trust that you are literally everything there is. And you're not going to be a choice. You are going to be the choice. Not a choice, the choice. Divine Spirit, is there anything else we need to know about this connection at this time? Judgment. You have the power to give this person their power back and take yours back. That disempowerment you feel, that lack energy, that need, that desire, that want, that's not your power. Your power is being the power. You are the connection to source energy. It is through you that they will be able to find connection to their feminine energy, that they will be able to have their eyes opened to what their life could actually be in a way that it never has before with anybody else, because you came into this life, you came into this person's life when they needed you most. No matter how long your time has been together, the changes or like what you did for this person is going to change this person for the rest of their life. It's no longer this person is no longer your problem. Like, that energy is no longer yours to worry about, to handle, to carry. This is a very specific message. Don't make it fit if it doesn't, but if this really resonates with you and you feel like you need to hear this message today, let this person come to you, because if they don't, why would you want that? You know who you are. You know the power you hold. You know the positive changes that you brought into this person's life. Like, you know what is you and what is not. So send that energy back. Call your energy back. And enjoy your life. Like, enjoy your peace, enjoy your solitude, and then enjoy the experiences, the opportunities that present themselves to you when you realize how powerful you actually are. That is what you are being called to do right now. Not chase, not worry, not desire, not want. I'm being told you have two specific people who are about to reveal their true nature to you. One is going to be a very positive revelation, and the other is going to be a very necessary revelation, but not necessarily one that you are prepared to encounter. And this is confirmed with the Tower moment here. Yeah, it's something about like the energy of these people can no longer stay hidden. There's something about your presence, the way that you move in silence, the way that you show up in your life that just naturally draws out the truth from people. It's like you give people the space and time to show who they really are. We have you coming through with this high priestess energy, the Nine of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. The revelation of these truths that are coming forward to you are going to allow you to embark on a new journey, is what I'm being told. One that is your true path and purpose, is what I'm being told as well. And here's the thing, is like, I don't see you as judgy. Like, I don't see that you judge these people. You allow people to judge themselves. You simply shine a light on what somebody thought that they might be able to hide, and you let the rest unfold. Like, you don't go in search of this truth. We have the World card here. You walk in such an intense energy of authenticity, of truth, that you naturally attract, and you pull the truth out from others, even if they were not prepared to do so. And I love this for you. And we have this confirmed with the Moon card as well. People cannot hide who they truly are around you. It's like they might try, but they cannot. The truth will always be revealed in time, is what I'm being told. And like I said, this truth that is being revealed to you is such a necessary part of your journey moving forward, because it is going to show you exactly what to do next. And I'm sure that if you are receiving this message, you might have been waiting for a sign or a confirmation, praying to the universe, praying to God to show you where to go, show you what to do next. And this is about to be revealed to you. Thank you, God. Thank you, angels. Any final messages coming through here? We do have the Emperor. One of these people is rising into their power alongside you. One of these people is rising into their power alongside you with Justice on the bottom of the deck. And one of these people is going to be forced to face the truth about themselves. And it's going to push them on a whole other journey that has absolutely nothing to do with you. Let the truth be revealed. Four of Swords. You are being protected from this energy of this person who is no good for you, is what's coming through. And you are being guided into union with a person who is. My dear soul, before you leave, pause for just a moment. This message was not placed before your eyes by accident. If these words stirred something deep within your heart, don't scroll away without receiving something what God may be speaking to you today. Right now, place your hand over your heart and declare these words with faith. I am chosen by God. I am loved beyond measure. I am not forgotten. I am not abandoned. My prayers have been heard. My breakthrough is coming. My story is still being written by the hands of heaven. Say it again. And then say it one more time. Let every word sink into the places that have been carrying pain, disappointment, and unanswered questions. Let it reach the parts of you that have felt overlooked, rejected, or weary from waiting. Remember this: God has not brought you this far to leave you now. Even in the moments when you felt alone, He was guiding your steps. Even when you couldn't see the way forward, He was preparing blessings behind the scenes. What seems delayed is not denied. What feels impossible is still possible with him. If this message spoke to your soul, please share it. Someone somewhere is fighting a battle in silence. Someone is losing hope. Someone is wondering if God still sees them. Your share could be the very sign they've been praying for. The reminder that they are loved, chosen, and never alone. And if you feel led in your heart to help us continue spreading these faith-filled messages around the world, you can support this mission through super thanks. Whether it is $5, $10, $20, or whatever God places on your heart, every contribution helps us reach more people with encouragement, hope, and God's love. May the Lord bless you abundantly for your generosity. May He multiply every seed you sow, open doors no one can shut, bring peace to your heart, and answers the prayers you've whispered through tears. May His favor rest upon you and your family, and may the desires He has placed in your heart be fulfilled according to His perfect timing. Thank you for being part of this growing family of faith. Together, we are lifting up the broken, strengthening the weary, and sharing the light of God's love with a world that desperately needs hope. There are thoughts that don't belong to you. You have had them, everyone has, though most people don't have language for the experience. A sudden wave of missing someone you had been doing perfectly fine without. An inexplicable sadness that surfaces out of nowhere on an otherwise ordinary afternoon. A name rising in your mind with an urgency that feels almost like a tap on the shoulder, like someone trying to get your attention from a room you cannot see into. You assume it is yours. You assume that because the thought arrived in your mind, it originated there. And so you follow it. You sit with the missing. You wonder if you made the right choice, if you should reach out, if the feeling means something you should act on. But what if the thought was never yours to begin with? What if what you were feeling was not your longing, but theirs, transmitted across whatever invisible frequency connects two people who have shared energy, who have been close enough to each other that their emotional worlds became briefly entangled? What if you have been carrying someone else's feelings home and mistaking them for your own? This is what is happening. And understanding it, really understanding it in the bone in the chest rather than just the intellect, changes everything. Someone is missing you. Not in the casual, vague sense of occasionally wondering how you are. In the specific, increasingly uncomfortable sense of someone who thought they were fine and is slowly, day by day, becoming less fine. Who moved through the initial period after your connection ended with what looked like ease and is now finding that the ease was not depth, it was surface. And as the surface has worn away with time, what is underneath it is the growing and undeniable awareness of what it felt like when you were there. And the growing and increasingly difficult to born awareness of what it feels like now that you are not. They did not expect this. That is perhaps the most honest thing to say about where they are right now. They did not expect that your absence would accumulate the way it has. Did not expect that the space where your energy used to be would feel as noticeably, consistently empty as it does. They had assessed themselves as someone who would be fine. And in the beginning, they were right. But time has a way of revealing what immediacy conceals. And what time is revealing to this person is that they underestimated significantly what you actually were to them. They are reevaluating. Sitting with the specific and uncomfortable questions that arise when someone finally stops moving fast enough to outrun their own thoughts. What did they miss? What did they fail to see while they were still inside it? What would they do differently if differently were still an option? And the answer to all of those questions keeps bringing them back to you. But here is where this story takes a turn that is less about them and more about something fundamentally true about who you are. You are someone who feels things deeply. Not just your own things, other people's things too. You have probably always been this way. The person in the room who knows something has shifted before anyone has spoken. The one who picks up on the undercurrent of what is not being said. The one who walks away from certain encounters carrying an emotional residue that takes time to identify as not entirely your own. This is not a flaw. It is a quality that, like most significant gifts, comes with a cost that nobody warns you about. The cost is that you absorb. You receive. You carry home the frequencies of people who have been close to you. And sometimes, when the signal is strong enough, when the person is thinking of you intensely enough, you feel what they feel and believe it is yours to act on. You miss people who are missing you and interpret the missing as your own need rather than a transmission you are simply receiving. So let's be precise about what is actually yours right now. The longing you may have been feeling, that occasional ache, that specific and inexplicable sense of missing, belongs to them. They are sending it involuntarily from wherever they are in their process of realizing what they had. And you, being exactly who you are receiving it with a particular sensitivity of someone who does not have strong filters for the emotional signals of people they have been energetically close to. But what does not belong to them? What is entirely, completely, and non-negotiably yours is the power underneath that longing, the wellspring of it. The source from which all of that energy is drawn. You are not empty because they left. You are everything, and the feeling of needing them is borrowed from their reality, not generated from yours. The more time you spend in your own company, genuinely, curiously, in the quiet, rather than using busyness to avoid what surfaces there, the more clearly you will be able to distinguish between these two things. Between what you feel and between your own energy and what you've own energy and what you have been carrying for someone else without realizing it. And there is something this person may not have understood about the impact they had, or rather, the impact you had on them. You were a wake-up call, not a gentle nudge, the kind that rattles something open in a person and then refuses to close again. Before you entered this person's life, there were parts of them that had been sealed off from their own emotional world. Disconnected from the softer, more vulnerable, more genuinely alive dimensions of what it means to be human. They were operating from a more defended place. Competent, possibly impressive from the outside, but insulated in a way that kept them from fully feeling. And then you arrived. And something in your presence, in the specific quality of your authenticity, your depth, your absolute refusal to be anything other than exactly what you are, reached past those defenses and touched something real. Something that did not know how to seal itself back up after being touched. You changed this person in ways they are still discovering, in ways that will shape how they move through love and life for longer than either of you will probably track. And that is significant. That is actually a kind of legacy that is worth acknowledging, not with pride or self-congratulation, but with the quiet confidence of someone who knows the quality of what they carry. Here is the insight that sits at the center of everything else in this story. Your power does not come from being chosen. It comes from knowing that you are the one doing the choosing. There is a version of this narrative where you spend the coming days or weeks in the familiar posture of waiting, wondering if they will reach out, hoping they will, interpreting every silence as information about your own worth. That posture is understandable. It is deeply human, but it is also the one that costs you the most while giving you the least. The other version, the one that is actually available to you right now, is the one where you call your energy back, where you reclaim the portion of yourself that has been extended towards someone who has not yet done the work of deserving it. where you redirect the full current of your attention and your aliveness back into the life that is actually in front of you. The one that is full of possibility and movement and the particular richness that comes from being genuinely present for your own story. That is not coldness, that is sovereignty. And in that sovereignty, in that return to yourself, something is going to happen that you cannot engineer through effort or strategy. Two people in your life are approaching moments where their true nature will become visible. Not because you forced anything or went looking for anything, simply because you move through the world in a frequency of such authentic truth that dishonesty cannot maintain itself around you. People reveal themselves eventually in your presence because your energy creates a field where pretense is too exhausting to sustain. One of these revelations will feel like sunrise, like something clarifying into beauty, like the confirmation of something you hoped was real, but needed to see proven. It will be affirming in the deepest sense. The kind of confirmation that doesn't just validate a belief, but settles something in your nervous system that has been quietly unresolved. The other one will not feel like sunrise. It will feel more like a light being turned on in a room you weren't entirely sure you wanted to see. A necessary truth as arriving without asking your permission that will force a recalibration you would not have chosen voluntarily, but will ultimately recognize as exactly what you needed. Both of these revelations are gifts. One will simply require more time to unwrap, and what they will give you together is clarity, the specific and actionable kind, the answer to the questions you have been carrying. Where do I go next? What should I do with this? Who is actually worth my energy? Delivered not as advice from the outside, but as evidence you can witness with your own eyes. You have been asking for a sign, for something that tells you which direction to move in. This is it. Not a cosmic message written across the sky, but two real human beings showing you through their actions and their revealed truth exactly what to do next. Trust what you see. You are not someone who needs to be told twice. You, the one who has been quietly carrying other people's feelings home and calling them your own, are being protected right now. Not in a passive sense, actively. The energy that is not good for you is being redirected away. The union that is genuinely aligned for you is being guided toward you. And the only thing required of you in this process is that you stop standing in between. Stop reaching toward what is being redirected away. Stop second guessing what is being guided in. Get out of the way of your own blessing, in other words, which means Stop chasing. Stop worrying. Stop sending your energy in directions where it is not being matched. Come home to yourself. Spend time in the quiet. Let the missing you have been feeling dissolve back to its actual source, which is not you. Let the thoughts that don't belong to you return to where they came from. And let yourself be genuinely, fully, freely present in the life that is unfolding in front of you. Not in spite of all of this, but because of it. You are not the one who is lost here. You never were. You are the one whose absence created the wake-up call, whose presence changed someone in ways they are only beginning to understand, whose truth draws truth from others simply by existing, whose energy, when fully reclaimed and fully inhabited, is one of the most powerful things in any room it enters. That is who you are. Not the person sitting with borrowed longing on an ordinary afternoon, wondering why they can't stop thinking about someone who has not yet demonstrated they deserve to be thought about. The person underneath that, the one who knows when the noise clears, when the transmitted feelings return to their source, when the quiet arrives, exactly who she is and exactly what she deserves. She has always known it's time to let her lead.